Florida High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. From Brush, Colorado at Sunset Park, the Brush Beat Diggers face the University Bulldogs. Good afternoon, I'm Kevin Fergus. We'll set the scene as they go through the starting lineups on the field, and then they'll go to the national anthem. We'll take a short break at that point, but I can go through lineups and get everything set before they end up doing the national anthem. University today, they're coached by Casey Miller. Overall, their record is 12-2. They're 3-0 in league, and in the state of Colorado, and that's 1A through 5A, they are number 11. They are 2 in 3A. Your Brush Beat Diggers, coached by Tom Odell, their overall record is 7-6. They're 1-2 in the league. Their overall state rank is 102, and within the 3A division, they are 16th at this point, about halfway through the season, and that's not a good spot because if they end up playing, they'd play the number 17 seed, and then the winner of that game would play the number 1 seed. And that would be Eaton at this point in time. Brush got beat by Eaton pretty easily the other day. But we'll go through starting lineups. Pre-game shows brought to you by Northeastern Junior College. From Plains to Possibilities, Northeastern Junior College has the education path for you. Get your 2026-27 education off on the right foot now at njc.edu. Starting lineup brought to you by Stubbs. Sports fans, when you're traveling, you need one stop that has it all. On I-76, take exit 66A in Wiggins at Stubbs. For University, Damian Alvarez will lead off. Derek Casillas will hit second. Joel Ramirez will hit third. G.H. Viken, cleanup hitter. Brody Duran will hit fifth. Max Davis will hit sixth. Jackson Belt will hit seventh. Evan Davey Anderson will hit eighth, and Kyle Moore will hit ninth. And that'd be the lineup for the University Bulldogs. For your Brush Beat Diggers, Landon Mesh will lead off and play shortstop. Ben Metlin will be on the hill for the Beat Diggers today and hit second. Azavel Betrez will be at second base. Keaton Gillick will be at first base. Dylan Krob in center field will hit fifth. Trenton Garrett sixth in right field. Eli Klein will be behind the plate and hit seventh. Bentley Talent will be at third base and hit eighth. Dakota Proctor will be hit in left field and hit ninth. We'll go to the national anthem. We'll take a couple commercial breaks. You're listening to 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Kevin Fergus back with you at Sunset Park this afternoon. Beautiful sunshiny day. It is 75 degrees, blue sky. There are a few clouds off to the north and the east. There's not much of a breeze. Brush Beat Diggers will set up defensively this way. Dakota Proctor will be in left. Dylan Krob in center. Trenton Garrett in right field. Bentley Talent will be at third base. Landon Mesh is starting shortstop. Azavel Betrez at second base. Keaton Gillick at first. Eli Klein, the senior, is behind the plate, and the senior Ben Metlin is on the hill for your Brush Beat Diggers. Ben Metlin comes into the game today with a 3.89 ERA. Ben has pitched 18 innings. In those 18 innings, he's given up 8 base on balls and 21 strikeouts. He faces a lineup today of University, and they come in with a 342 team batting average. And goodness, you end up looking at their numbers, and really through their first 4 or 5 hitters in the lineup, they really look excellent. But then, to me, as I'm looking at this, it just kind of drops off. And so they've got a few holes in their lineup, but if the key to the contest for Brush is to be able to keep the guys off the base that are going to be the ones that do the damage, and hopefully you get through the guys that aren't supposed to do anything and not really cause any issues for the team. So we'll get our lineup going here. Umpire says let's play ball, and Damian Alvarez comes to the plate, senior, for the University Bulldogs. University, they're wearing their gray uniforms with the blue pinstripe down the leg, and they've got the dark blue numbers and letters. First pitch of the game from Landon Mesh, a ball. As he throws that over the head of the umpire and the catcher and goes all the way to the backstop. Ben Metlin gets a sign from Eli. Behind the plate, Brush playing straight up defense. Pitch. And that ball was off of Alvarez's helmet. And so he'll jog down, walk down to first base after the hit by pitch. 2 pitches, one of them a ball and the other wild inside. So Derek Casillas comes to the plate. See if I can get some averages here for you. Damian Alvarez was hitting .562 coming into the game in the 14 games. Derek Casillas, he hits .562 as well, hitting in the number 2 spot, and he hits from the left side. Casillas wears number 12, and he's a junior for Casey Miller's squad. Experienced team that's made the final 8 the last number of years. Ben Metlin from the stretch, the pitch. That pitch is upstairs. Ball 1 to Derek Casillas. Runner leads off at first. That is Damian Alvarez, the senior. Is hit by a pitch in the helmet. I think it kind of stunned him a little bit, but it looks like he's taken a good lead at first. And off he goes. Pitch is a strike, and base is stolen. Count is 1-1. Alvarez to second on the stolen base. No throwdown as Eli Klein was exchanging from pud to hand and didn't get a good grip on it. 1-1 is the count. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning. The pitch. Pitch is upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Beautiful day for baseball. If you're not doing anything, come on out. And that pitch is fouled off and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Derek Casillas. Pitch from Metlin. That ball hit out towards center field. Dylan Krob is going back, and he's got a beat on it, catches it, and Alvarez tags up at second and moves to third. So sacrifice fly. Alvarez over to third base with 1 out.
Now batting number 22, Joel Ramirez.
Joel Ramirez, number 22. He hits .378. He hits from the right side. Alvarez at third with 1 out for the University Bulldogs, Casey Miller's squad. University's only 2 losses this season were to Holy Family. They lost 15-5, and they also lost 5-2 to Eaton. That ball hit out to left center field, and that ball is caught. And Alvarez started to take off before the catch, and then realized that he was going too soon and went back to the bag. So it's just going to be a long out for out number 2. Nice job by Brush of avoiding that run. Should have been a sacrifice fly as the ball was hit out to Dylan Krob in center field, but Alvarez started to go before the ball was even to Krob in center field. The pitch from Metlin, and that ball bunted towards third, and that is foul as Bentley Talent picks that up and gets it back to his pitcher. Gage Viken, senior, hitting .270. squared around and bunted that towards third base. Viking hits from the left side. 2 outs in the inning. No score. Top of the first inning. Ben Metlin, the pitch, curveball, outside corner, strike 2. Nice pitch by Ben. I love his off-speed pitch. It has a nice wrinkle to it, and he throws it well. As I mentioned, Metlin 3.89 ERA. That pitch is upstairs. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Top of the first. No score. University plays Eaton this Friday, but they're already talking about moving that because of the weather. That pitch is upstairs and throws down to third, and then the ball comes back to the plate, and Alvarez scores. Alvarez ended up making a break at third, and Eli Klein threw down to Bentley Talent. By the time Talent caught the ball and threw back to Eli Klein, Damian Alvarez scored on the stolen base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. University 1, Brush nothing at this point. So Viking at the plate with nobody on. That was an uncanny way to score. They should have scored on a sacrifice fly, and that pitch strikes him out. So nice pitch by Ben Metlin. So after 1 complete innings of play, University scores 1 run on no hits. There was no Brush errors, and there was nobody left. So University 1, Brush coming to the plate. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush Beat Diggers coming to the plate in their half of the first inning. They trail University 1-0. Landon Mesh will lead off. Landon Mesh hitting .512, 13 games played. And there's a number of items that Landon leads the team in. Runs, hits. Landon's just a complete ball player, and love to see him play. He plays with joy on the field, and you can tell. I love the way his approach is at the plate, as he puts bat on ball and puts the ball where it's pitched, hits the ball where it's pitched. So Evan Davey Anderson, 1.40 ERA for the University Bulldogs. He's only got 5 varsity innings, and in those 5 varsity innings, 1 base on ball and 8 strikeouts. So
Landon Mesh.
Landon Mesh comes to the plate. Ben Metlin in the hole. Azavel Betrez is in the hole. Ben Metlin's on deck. Pitch from Anderson. First ball swinging. Ball hit 3-hopper out to second base to Derek Casillas. Casillas over to Kyle Moore at first. 4-3 on the putout. 1 out here in the inning.
Number 9, Ben Metlin.
Then Metlin comes to the plate. Metlin hitting .306. Leads the team in base on balls. And also, he's been hit by pitch 3 times. He's drawn 8 base on balls. First pitch to Metlin, a ball. Evan Davey Anderson working quickly, and Metlin swings at this pitch, fouls it off towards the University dugout down the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davey Anderson, the pitch, and that ball hit out to first base, 1 hop. Kyle Moore picks it up on the short hop and then just steps over to the bag for an easy out. 2 outs in the inning, not making Anderson work that hard. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Pitch to Betrez. Curveball. Pull the string on that. Vail hadn't seen one like that. The 0-1 pitch. That ball's fouled up to the screen. So Betrez down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Brush with their white pants. Has their maroon tops with their gold pinstripes and gold numerals and letters. The pitch. Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Betrez. The offering. Strike 3, looking. So Brush 1, 2, 3 in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 1 complete inning of play, University 1, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball, 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Weather for the game, beautiful baseball weather. Things are going to change, though. Winds picked up a little bit. The wind blows from left field foul pole to the right field foul pole, so from the southwest. The flag stands out. Beautiful waving out there in center field. Blue sky, there's a few clouds off to the north and the east. Everything to the west is clear as clear can be. Blue skies. Brush trails 1-0 as we go to the top of the 2nd inning. Brody Duran, sophomore. Duran hitting .370.
Top of the 2nd, number 1, Brody Duran.
Duran, a candidate to be struck out. He struck out 12 times on the season. Upright stance. Metlin the pitch. That ball's hit out towards Landon Mesh at short, over to first. 6-3 on the putout. Boy, these guys going to a fire here. I mean, Brush first pitch hitting, and now University
Max Davis.
makes for a quick ball game. That's always good. Quick ball games are always good. Max Davis Jr. hits from the left side. Max Davis hitting .216, number 6 in the lineup. That pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. Davis did not offer at it, although the bat did come off his shoulder, but did not offer, did not check a swing. Metlin the sign from Klein, the pitch. Ball's upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Bentley Talent, the third baseman, playing in on the grass. Pitch, and that ball's hit down the left field line, foul. 2 balls and a strike to the left-handed hitting Max Davis, the junior catcher for the University Bulldogs. Pitch, upstairs. Breaking ball that didn't break, went all the way to the screen. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on its way, low and in. So base on ball to the catcher. We'll see if Casey does a courtesy runner. No, he's going to let Max Davis run for himself. Jackson Belt comes to the plate. He'll hit from the right side. Jackson Belt, number 7 in the lineup, hits .190 coming into the game. Number 20 on his back. Pitch, strike, and the runner takes off to second and safe on the stolen base. University 2 for 2 on stolen bases this afternoon. Well, actually 3 for 3 because Alvarez came in on that from third base, so that was a stolen base. So 3 for 3 on stolen bases. Jackson Bell to the plate, runner at second. Max Davis. Pitch from Metlin in the dirt, and ricochets back, and Davis moves up to third base. Metlin struggling with control a little bit. I mean, when his pitch is in the zone, it's right there, and he has nice movement. But when it's out of the zone, it's not even close. That was about 58-foot curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at third. University with a 1-0 lead, and that ball hit down the right field line. It's going to go foul, but we'll see what happens. And it falls to green grass down the foul territory. As Trenton Garrett gives chase. Garrett would have been able to get over there and catch it. Max Davis would have been able to walk home on the sacrifice fly. 1 ball, 2 strikes from the full windup. Ben Metlin, the offering. Strike. No. Umpire says no. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sometimes I think I've got a good vantage point, but my good buddy Don Wilson behind the plate for today's ball game. 2-2 pitch. That ball's fouled out of play. Don and I have umpired quite a bit softball over the years. On the bases is Paul Mining, and he and I, we umpired quite a few games as well. So I know these two guys. 2-2 pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch is upstairs to Jackson Belt. Payoff pitch. Then Metlin to the plate. Runner at third. University 1-0 on the lead, and that pitch is low and in the dirt. So 2 walks in the inning from Metlin. Davis stole second, now moved up to third. Devin Davey Anderson comes to the plate, hitting 167. We'll see what Jackson Belt does at first. Stays home. Ball hit to the pitcher, and the runner is caught up between third and home. See if they can get Max Davis. 1 more throw, and Brush has taken too many throws on this. And finally, Max Davis is out at third. Ball was bunted back to the pitcher, and the pitcher threw to third base, to catcher, and back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, and finally Landon Mesh ends up making the out at third base. So 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and second. Kyle Moore to the plate, the first baseman, hitting number 9. Count to Kyle Moore is 1 ball, 1 strike. I had to catch up on my scorekeeping. Two outs in the inning. That pitch is high to the 6'3" Kyle Moore. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs in the inning. Runners at second and third. Ben Medlin the pitch. Umpire, no. 3 balls, 1 strike. Brush executed that rundown, Pickle, well. Pitches. A strike, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3 and 2's the count. Runners at second and third. Runners won't be going anywhere. It's first base unoccupied. Ben Metlin, the sign from Eli Klein. The pitch on its way, swung at and missed. Nice pitch by Ben Metlin. Keeps University with that 1-0 lead as Ben Metlin strikes out Kyle Moore. So for University, they leave 2 runners on base, but they did not score and they didn't have a hit and there was no Brush errors. So after 1.5 innings of play, University won, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Kevin Fergus with you this afternoon on a beautiful sunshiny day at Sunset Field in Brush, Colorado, as Brush Beat Diggers face the University Bulldogs. After 1.5 innings of play, University has the 1-0 lead. Keaton Gillick will come to the plate for the Beat Diggers here in the bottom half of the third. Keaton hits .257 on the season. Keaton pitched a gem of a game on Saturday against Sterling. Brush beat Sterling 4-1. Evan Davey Anderson, the pitch. Curveball inside to Gillick, ball 1. Anderson, 10 pitches, 6 strikes, 4 balls. The pitch. That ball hit towards shortstop. Picks it up on 3 hops over to first. 6-3 is a put out.
Now batting for Brush, senior, number 8, Dylan.
Damian Alvarez picked that up and threw over to Kyle Moore, senior to senior. Pitch inside to Dylan Krob. Dylan Krob comes into the game hitting .281. One thing that Dylan does is he is leading the team in hit by pitches. That ball is swung out and missed by Krob. Krob also has 7 base on balls that he's received. Pitch, a strike on the outside corner. Belt high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Davey Anderson is getting ahead in the count. The pitch. That ball swung out and missed. Strike 3 for the first out in the inning.
Now batting for Brush, number 1,
Trenton Garrett comes to the plate. Garrett hitting .250 on the season. 12 at bats at this point. He's worked his way into the lineup. Playing right field. Pitch from Anderson. Curveball. Strike. Belt high right down Broadway. Davey Anderson working quickly the pitch. That ball topped. Ball's hit towards first base. And Kyle Moore picks it up. Steps over and touches the bag for the out. So Trenton Garrett hits to a 3 unassisted. So Brush down 1, 2, 3 in the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 2 complete innings of play, University 1, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush Beat Diggers, University Bulldogs in a Patriot League battle this afternoon. We go to the top half of the 3rd inning. Damian Alvarez will come to the plate. As University in the first 2 innings has gone through their 9 hitters. And number 1 hitter in the lineup, Damian Alvarez, was hitting the pitch in the head in the first inning and then came around and scored for the lone run of the game. Alvarez got on first. He stole second, moved up to third on a sacrifice fly. Should have scored on a sacrifice fly from third, but didn't. And then eventually on an attempted stolen base and Rush throwing the ball between Eli at the catcher and Bentley Talent at third, then Alvarez came in and scored, and that pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Damian Alvarez. But there's been no hits in the game. University, no hits. Brush, no hits. Sign from Klein. Medlin receives. Pitch is on its way. This pitch is a strike. Nice pitch. Belt high, outside corner. Count evens at 1. Full wind up from Medlin, the pitch, and that ball's hit towards third. Bentley Talent off his glove and into left field. We'll call that an error since it did come off his glove.
Now to bat, number 12, Derek Casillas.
Derek Casillas with a sacrifice fly is first at bat. After Alvarez stole second, the sacrifice fly from Casillas moved Alvarez from second to third. Alvarez on at first. We'll see if he takes off with the pitch. Throw and down the line, and that ball is an error. Alvarez moves up to second. So Alvarez moves to second on the error by the pitcher as the pitcher attempted a pickoff and it got away from Jillick. But Jillick had to reach really, really far in order to be able to try to get that. So Alvarez on at second. No count as Casillas awaits a pitch from Ben Medlin. The pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. University with a 1-0 lead over the Beet Diggers. 300 down the lines, 380 straightaway center field. Pitch, that ball's fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rush with 2 errors in the inning. The 1 error put Alvarez on at first. The 2nd error put Alvarez to second. 1-1 pitch. And that pitch is upstairs. Ball ricocheted out of Eli Klein's catcher's pud, but it popped straight up in the air. Alvarez started to go to third, but when he saw that Klein was still standing just to the left of the plate, he went back to second base. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Off to third he goes, and that ball hit out to center field. And Dylan Krob is going to be underneath it. Alvarez will come back to second base as he had third base stolen, but had to retreat on the catch and the out in center field. So Alvarez stays at second.
Joel Romero.
Joel Ramirez will come to the plate. He was the one that flew out to center field. that Alvarez should have tagged up on, but didn't. He tagged up too soon, actually, and started to come to third, in from third to home plate, but realized that he left early, and Coach Casey Miller got him back to the bag. Pitch, check swing, strike one to Joel Ramirez. Open stance by Ramirez, 22 on his back. Working the bat up and down. That pitch is in the dirt, and that ball is going to allow Alvarez to move to third base. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ramirez. Alvarez to third on the wild pitch. So same situation University had in the first inning. Alvarez at third with 1 out. Ramirez at the plate. What he's going to try to do is get the ball out the outfield. That ball is hit out to Trenton Garrett. He's going to catch it, and Alvarez tags, and he'll come in and score the second run. So Alvarez has scored both runs for University as they take a 2-0 lead. As Ramirez hits out to right center field. Garrett's there, but not enough in order to be able to allow Alvarez to be thrown out. So 2-0. Still University with no hits. Gage Viken comes to the plate. Base is clear. Flint 3 steps in on the grass. And hit by pitch as Viken will trot down to first base. Ben Mentland, 2 base on balls, 2 strikeouts, 2 hit by pitches. He's given up the 2 runs. Talent still in on the grass. 2 steps at third base for the Beat Diggers. Good lead at first base. That pitch is upstairs. Ball 1. There's times when Ben has been right on, and like I mentioned before, whenever he's right around the zone, his ball moves. Oh, nice curve ball. Strike. Swung at by Brody Duran. Brody Duran grounded out his last bat. 2 outs in the inning. University with a run in the inning. Mentland the pitch. That pitch is upstairs and out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. We'll see if Gage Viken takes off. 2-1's a count. 2 outs. Good 3.5 step lead. First. Upright stance by Brody Duran. And Viken steals second. Pitches inside. 3 balls and a strike. So a runner at second. Run in the inning. 2-0 University over the Beat Diggers. 3-1 is a count. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch. And that ball crushed down the left field line. Foul. Full count. Set it again. Payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runner at second base. Brody Duran at the plate. The pitch. Payoff pitch. And that ball is a hit by pitch as it comes off Duran's helmet. It's a Third hit by pitch by Ben Metlin. So runners at first and second for the Bulldogs here in the top of the third inning. Max Davis, the catcher, will come to the plate. So I'll just have to say that Ben Metlin has been effectively wild today.
Max Davis.
Keeps University on their toes when he throws balls out of the zone. But when he's in around the plate, his ball moves. He's got great movement. Max Davis at the plate. Davis walked his last time. Pitch a strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike to Davis, the number 6 hitter. Runners at first and second. University with a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. Pitch. Ball's swung out, foul tipped. Ben ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. See if Ben can wiggle out of this, only giving up a run in this inning. Eli Klein, the sign. Coach Odell giving directions to his defense. Pitch. Check swing. Umpire's going to call it a ball, but I think they're going to double check, and they didn't give it to him. So the umpire calls a ball, and they did check with the field umpire, but he ruled safe. Runners move up to second and third. One ball, 2 strikes to Max Davis, catcher for the University Bulldogs. Ben still got control of this batter. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Go get him right here, Ben. Throw that curveball right now. That pitch is outside. Fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch. That ball hit towards first base. Keaton Gillick picks it up, 3 steps over to first base. So Brush only gives up the 1 run in the inning. So 1 run on no hits. There were 2 errors in the inning, and University leaves 2 runners on base. So after 2.5 innings, University 2, Brush 0. You're listening to Be Bigger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. We're back to Sunset Field. Concession stand is open. Grab a burger, get some seeds, sit back, and watch the game. I smelled popcorn cooking here a little bit ago and kind of making me hungry. Back to the game. University scored a run in the first inning and a run in the third inning, both by Damian Alvarez, leadoff hitter. University no hits in the game, but Brush doesn't have a hit either. So Brush is going to have to do some things in order to be able to make it happen. Eli Klein will lead off here in the bottom of the third inning.
Leading off top the third, number 10, Eli Klein.
Evan Davey Alvarez, the pitch. Strike at the knees. No balls and a strike to Klein, hitting .206 in the season. Pitch a ball as it gets past the catcher and ricochets off the backstop. Klein has been hit by the pitch 3 times. He stood in against Gunnar Garrison of Eaton's 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Pitch a strike by Evan Davey Anderson. As a pitch curveball broke over the outer half of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Klein, the pitch. That ball is topped. Anderson picks it up, flips over to first base. Easy enough. 1-3 on the put out for the out.
Number 26, Bentley Talent.
Bentley Talent comes to the plate. Pitch a strike to Talent at the knees. Choking up, and that pitch is out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to the third baseman, Bentley Talent. Davey Anderson pitch swung out and fouled by Talent to the screen. Talent down on the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Evan Davey Anderson, the sign from Max Davis, the pitch. Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Evan Davey Anderson, 25 pitches, 17 strikes, 8 balls. It's over the 2/3 threshold that I like to see. Be successful as a pitcher. Pitch swung at and missed. Strike out as Talent swings over the top of that pitch.
Now to bat for Brush. Number 7,
Dakota Proctor will be coming to the plate. Proctor hitting .231 on the season. Two outs in the inning, and that ball hit down the right field line and foul. Thought maybe there for a moment we might have had the first base hit of the game. Proctor wears number 7 on his back. Davey Anderson, the pitch. That ball pulled the string on that. Proctor out on his front foot and ahead in that pitch. Swings through it. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Proctor open stance, the pitch, and that ball's fouled to the screen. Line and mesh in the on-deck circle for the Diggers. Wind is picked up slightly, the pitch. That ball, foul tip. Catcher Max Davis catches it. So foul tip, strike 3. So for the Beat Diggers, they go down in the inning, 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 3 complete innings of play, University 2, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush Beat Digger Baseball, we go to the top of the 4th inning with a score University 2, Brush 0. Jackson Belt will come to the plate for the Bulldogs.
Number 20, Jackson Belt.
He walked his last at bat. Casey Miller, third base coach, head coach for the Bulldogs, giving encouragement to his hitter, Bentley Talent, on the grass at third. Ben Metlin. The pitch, ball hit out to left field. Dakota Proctor makes a nice running grab as he's running to his right and grabbed it. Nice play by Proctor in left field.
Number 8, Evan Davey Anderson.
Evan Davey Anderson to the plate. One out here in the top of the fourth inning. University with a 2-0 lead over your Brush Bee Diggers. Ben Metlin, the pitch. Ball's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch number 60 of Ben Metlin. That ball hit out to center field. Dylan Krob on his horse out. Catches it in right center field for the second out. Ben Metlin, 31 strikes, 29 balls out of his 60 pitches. Nice running grab by Dylan Krob in center field.
Number 35, Kyle Moore.
Kyle Moore, the number 9 hitter, comes to the plate. Moore struck out his last at bat. No hits for either team. The pitch from Metlin. The ball's fouled. Casey Miller grabs it over in the third base coach's box, gets it back to the pitcher. Moore wears number 35. Open stance. Then Metlin sign from Eli Klein. Pitch on its way. Swung at. Check swing. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. To the senior Kyle Moore. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Ben Metlin, the pitch. Pitch is upstairs. Ben sure keeps Eli on his toes. Eli having to jump in order to be able to catch that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ball's hit towards third base. And that ball, Landon Mesh fields it shallow left field, but not enough in order to be able to throw out Kyle Moore. So Kyle Moore legs out the first hit of the game.
Alvarez.
Damian Alvarez, who scored both of University's runs, comes to the plate. Alvarez reached via hit by pitch in the first inning. Got on via the air in the third inning. Here he comes to the plate again in the fourth inning. The pitch. That ball hit foul. Coach Miller grabs it, one hands it, throws it back to Ben Metlin. Ben Metlin from the stretch, the pitch. That ball hit left field. That's the second hit of the ball game. Down on one knee is Proctor, picks it up, gets it back in, Landon Mesh, runners at first and second. 2 outs in the inning, runners at first and second. Derek Casillas comes to the plate. Pinch runner for Kyle Moore. I didn't catch that number, but I think it is Dylan Nelson. University with a 2-0 lead. Top of the fourth inning, runners at first and second. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch. That ball's hit down the right field line, and it is foul. Out of play, but foul. Runners will go back to first and second. Derek Casillas dropped the head of the bat on that ball. was just a matter of whether it was going to be fair or not. That ball had plenty of distance on it for sure when it was hit, and a little bit of a breeze from left field to right field maybe helped push that foul. Metlin ahead in the count. No balls and a strike. 2 outs in the inning. Pitches upstairs. Count evens at 1. Pitch in the dirt. Eli Klein smothers it, gets it back to his pitcher. 2 balls and a strike. Runners at first and second. Dylan Nelson at second. Damian Alvarez at first. Alvarez is the one that scored the 2 runs for University at this point. 2 balls and a strike. Pitches outside to the left-handed hitting Derek Casillas. 3 balls, 1 strike. See if Brush can get out of this inning without giving up any runs, and that ball's hit down the left field line. That's foul, so we'll have a full count with runners at first and second, 2 outs. So both the runners are going to be taken off with a pitch. I don't know if Brush has a play with a 3-2 count with runners on base or not. Some teams do. A payoff pitch from Metlin to the plate. Runners off and ball 4. So bases will be loaded for Joel Ramirez.
Now batting, number 22.
Ramirez, number 3 hitter in the lineup. Now we can start getting into some numbers here for Joel Ramirez. It's .378, 17 hits, 19 RBIs. He leads now. Brody Duran leads the team in RBIs with 21, but Joel Ramirez has 19. Hits from the right side. Bases are loaded. University with a 2-0 lead. The pitch, and that ball's hit towards second base. And Ben Metlin picks it up over to first. 6-3 on the putout. So University did not score, but they had 2 hits. They're going to leave the bases loaded. No errors for Brush. So after 3.5 innings, University 2, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Upcoming games for the Brush Beat Diggers. They play Monday here at Sunset Field against Liberty Common. That'll be a 4:30 first pitch. That'll be on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network, as it'll be a league game. So that's the next game for Brush. Fort Morgan, their game on Friday at Platte Valley has been moved from Friday, which is a day that there's potential weather, rain, snow, cold, whatever the case may be. But Fort Morgan and Platte Valley got together and said, hey, let's move that game up to Thursday. So that game will be on B106 at 3:30. Fort Morgan and Platte Valley, and that'll be tomorrow afternoon. Evan Davey Anderson pitching against Landon Mesh. Pitches outside, ball 1. Working quickly, swung at and missed. Pitch was outside, and Landon Mesh swung over the top of that breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. That ball's hit towards second base. And 2 hops and over to first base. 4-3 on the putout. So Mesh 0 for 2 on the day.
Now up the bat for Brush. Number 9, Ben.
Ben Metlin comes to the plate. He grounded out his first time. He grounded out to Kyle Moore at first base. Brush without a hit, and a pitch, a strike at the knees. Davey Anderson ahead in the count. No balls and a strike, and that pitch outside. Count evens at 1. Going into the 4th inning, University had their 2 runs, but they did not have a hit. Now they have 2. Now that's a hit by pitch, and Ben Metlin is going to jog down to first base. He gave a thumbs up as he's headed down to first.
Got the bat for Brush. Number 3, Xavier Latrell.
Just see if Coach Odell is going to leave him there or do a courtesy runner. He's going to leave him there. Christian Velez talking to Ben Metlin at first. Gives a thumbs up and says Ben's okay. Azavel Betrez comes to the plate, hitting .321 coming into the game. Struck out his first at bat. So Metlin with a 3-step lead in the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes to number 3, Azavel Betrez, second baseman today's game. Metlin, 3-step lead. The pitch, curveball, strike 1. Evan Davey Anderson throws that curveball with great command. Casey Miller calls time. Going to come out and talk to his infield. Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. Casey Miller still talking with his charges on the mound. Agricultural accounting. You're a producer, not an accountant. Let them plow through your paperwork. Visit agman.co today to set up a consultation. Casey Miller done with his talk. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Azavel Betrez. And I see what they were doing. They just kind of run a little bit of a trick. Kyle Moore jumps off the bag, 2 steps, and then Davey Anderson throws over to first. Anyway, the pitch 1-1, ball hit out to short right field. Second baseman goes out, catches it for the second out. Gary Casillas made a nice play into short right field in order to be able to corral that.
Senior.
Little pop out.
Keaton Gillick.
2 outs in the inning. Keaton Gillick to the plate. Gillick came into the game .257, grounded out his first time. Pitch, check swing, strike 1. Brush is in this game. We're halfway through it. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 outs. The pitch, that ball hit towards first. Kyle Moore sprawls out, grabs it, gets up, takes 3 steps back to the bag for out number 3. So for the Brush Bee Diggers, no runs, no hits, no errors, and there was 1 runner left as Ben Metlin was hit in the helmet. Hit by pitch, and he was at first base but stranded. So after 4 complete innings of play, University 2, Brush 0. You're listening to Bee Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. In-game temperature 70 degrees. Wind is out of the northwest, slight breeze, 3 to 5 miles an hour. Flag waves a little bit. Clouds are off to the northeast. Blue sky all around. Beautiful weather for baseball. Top of the 5th inning. University with a 2-0 lead. Ben Metlin just giving up the 2 runs. One of them earned, the other unearned. So Ben's pitching well. 2 base on balls, 2 strikeouts, but he's given up the 3 hit by pitches. Brush hasn't helped him defensively. 2 out, 2 errors. at this point. Gage Viken steps to the plate. Struck out his first at bat. Hit by pitch his last at bat. Pitch is swung at and missed by Viken. Metland changed speeds. Viken out on his front foot. Hitting from the left side. Open stance. The offering, and that ball's one hopper back to Metland. Metland over to Gillick at first. 2 pitches, 2 outs. 2 pitches, 1 out. Brody Duran 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out. Also hit by a pitch. Ben Metland at 75 pitches, 41 strikes. Pitch from Metland. Curveball. Looked like it was a strike. The umpire says ball 1. He's the one that's calling the balls and strikes. Fans in the stands thought it was a strike. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. To Brody Duran, the number 5 hitter in the lineup. Metland assigned from Eli Klein. Bentley Talent on the grass at third. Pitch is strike at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Swung out, mighty swing by Brody Duran. Swings through that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. About an hour and 15 minutes into this game. The 2-2 pitch, then Metland to the plate. That ball's hit towards shortstop, and that ball's out in the left field for a base hit. Just enough to hit it past Landon Mesh at short. Max Davis, catcher, comes to the plate. Let's see what Casey Miller does with his charges. Brody Duran off at the pitch. Throw down, and Rush has him out. Nice throw out by Eli Klein. Good exchange. I think we could see that Coach Miller was going to send him. Rush had a definite on that, and pitch was a ball as it was outside to Max Davis. Throw out. Brody Duran out, caught stealing. Two outs in the inning. Pitch is outside to Max Davis. 2 balls, no strikes.
All right, you got it now. Let's go.
Squares around, pitch. Ball. 3 balls, no strikes. Ben, you want to get this guy right here. Shut him down right now. You got to throw a strike. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Pitch right down middle of the plate, strike 1. Max Davis taking the whole way. 3-1 pitch from Ben Metlin to the plate. That ball's hit towards Gillick at first, and that goes foul. So a full count. Payoff pitch from Ben Metlin to Max Davis. Coming right up here in the top of the 5th inning, University with a 2-0 lead over the Brush Beet Diggers. The payoff pitch, that ball's hit towards left field, down the line, and it's going to drop for a fair ball. Max Davis has a stand-up double. Wow. Nice piece of hitting by Davis to go with the pitch on the outside corner down the left field line.
Down to bat, number 20, Jackson Belt.
Jackson Belt comes to the plate. Number 24 is going to be the courtesy runner. 24 is Robbie Avery, Jr. See if Ben's got enough in the tank in order to be able to get out of this inning without giving up any runs. University with a single run in the first and a single run in the third for the 2-0 lead. Robbie Avery leads off at second. Jackson Belt 0 for 1 on the day at the plate. Pitch a strike. Belt high, outside corner. So Metlin ahead in the count. Avery leads off at second. Metlin the sign from Klein. The pitch. That ball's fouled out of play. Metlin ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at second. But the batter at the plate. Get the batter at the plate right here, right now. Pitch. You heard it from the fans. They thought it was a strike. Umpire called it a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thought it was a nice curve ball, the outside corner. Must have just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keaton Gillick at first was halfway to the dugout. He anticipated a strike. The 1-2 pitch. Ball's upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch number 90. Ben Metlin. 49 strikes, 41 balls. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. University with a 2-0 lead. The pitch. Ball's hit towards second base. Azavel Betrez picks it up and throws over to first. Out. 4-3 on the putout. So for University, no runs, no hits. They'll leave a runner. No Brush errors. After 4.5 innings of play, University 2, Brush 0. You're listening to Beet Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush trails as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-0 to the University Bulldogs. Kevin Fergus with you today. Conversely, Ben Metlin was at 90 pitches. Evan Davey Anderson at 43 pitches. Not at the same point in the game, but Anderson after this inning, we'll see where he is, but far fewer pitches. His curveball has dropped into the zone and been able to keep Brush on their heels at the plate. Dylan Krob comes to the plate. Struck out his first time. It's amazing. Brush has played the 13 games. They've got the game today. This is game number 14. They've got 8 more 9 more after today. Pitch from Evan Davey Anderson. Pitch up in the eyes. Ball 1 to Dylan Krob, the senior. A couple nice plays by Dylan Krob in center field today. Pitch a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Count evens at 1. Brush to end that last inning of University's threat. Azavel Betrez laid out at second base, picked the ball up, got up on his feet, threw over to first, and got the quick runner down the line by just a hair for the out to keep University from scoring. Pitch strike to Dylan Krob. Davey Anderson working quickly. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Krob upstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Anderson 48 pitches, 32 strikes, 16 balls. That's .667 percentage. And Dylan Krob draws a base on ball.
Now batting for Brush. Number 1, Trenton Garrett.
Trenton Garrett comes to the plate. See if Brush does any small ball here. Dylan Krob leads off at first. Trenton Garrett pitches letter high, but out of the zone for a ball. Eli Klein is in the on-deck circle. And catcher Max Davis needs to fix his gear. Something going on with his chest protector. Takes it off, fixes it, slips it back on. Catcher's helmet, face mask back on. The 1-0 pitch to Trenton Garrett. Curveball, strike at the knees. Count evens at 1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush trails 2-0. And attempted bunt. The ball's fouled back to the screen by Garrett. So Garrett down on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brush being down 2-0, they're in this game. This would be a great opportunity to be able to. There goes Krob. Krob goes and steals second, and Garrett strikes out at the plate, swinging, but
Number 10, senior.
Stolen base by Dylan Krob. Eli Klein comes to the plate. Krob got a good lead, takes off. Casey Miller's coming out to just ask the umpire if Trenton Garrett, after he struck out, if he ended up impeding his catcher throwing down to second base. Umpire explained exactly what happened, and Casey Miller goes back to the dugout. Dylan Krob safe at second. Eli Klein at the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Curveball, inside corner, held high. Evan Davey Anderson has a nice curveball, and it's very effective. And it's consistent. I mean, he's consistently thrown it for strikes all day. And pick off to second, Krob back in it safely. As Derek Casillas comes over and takes the throw from Evan Davey Anderson. Brush trails 2-0. Runner at second. Pitch from Anderson. Ball hit shortstop to Damian Alvarez. Alvarez catches it for the second out. Alvarez hardly had to move.
Bentley, Talent.
2 outs in the inning. Cobb at second. Bentley Talent to the plate. As I mentioned, Brush, this is game number 14. They've got 9 more after this. Liberty Common, Lions, World Central. Pitch from Davey Anderson, fouled off over the screen. World Central at Haxton. They've got Platte Valley, Strasburg. And then they've got Ray, Fort Morgan, and Valley. Those games are in May. That'll be here in 3 weeks. It's coming up pretty quick. Pitch swung at and missed by Bentley Talent. Strike 2.
Still got one left. Here we go. Hit the top bit on that one.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dylan Cobb at second. University with a 2-0 lead. Evan Davey Anderson the pitch, and the ball's popped up. And Evan Davey Anderson settles about halfway between first and second for the 3rd out. So for Brush, no runs, no hits. There were no errors. 1 runner's left after 5 innings of play. University 2, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush Beat Digger Baseball at Sunset Field. Beautiful sunshiny day at Sunset Field. Ben Metlin on the hill for the Beat Diggers. Ben has given up 1 earned run, 1 unearned run for the 2 runs that he's given up. Ben has given up the 2 runs and 4 hits. There's been 8 runners left on base. For University, Brush doesn't have a hit. And they've committed 2 errors, and they've left 2 runners on bases. They've drawn a base on ball, and they've drawn a walk today. Evan Davey Anderson to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. Ben Metlin faces him with the full windup and the pitch low. Pitch inside to Davey Anderson. 2 balls, no strikes. It's a beautiful day here at the ballpark, and that ball's hit towards short. 2 hops over to Landon Mesh, over to first base to Keaton Gillick. 6-3 on the putout.
Number 35.
Kyle Moore comes to the plate, number 9 in the lineup. Yeah, definitely a beautiful day at the ballpark. Kyle Moore has fielded his position well at first base. Pitch from Metlin takes a little bit off. Moore out on the front foot. Swings over the top of that pitch. Metlin, the sign from Klein. The pitch on its way upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. One out here in top of the 6th inning. Pitch a strike on the inside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. That ball hit out to right center field for a base hit. Kyle Moore with a base hit, the 2nd base hit for the day, 2 for 3 on the day.
Now batting number 23, Damian Alvarez.
Top of the order, Damian Alvarez comes to the plate. 3-step lead for Moore over at first. Pitch to the plate. Low. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Damian Alvarez, shortstop for the Bulldogs. University. Pitch to the plate. Strike 1. Letter high, outside corner. Count evens at 1 with 1 out in the inning. Moore on at first. Alvarez at the plate. Brush straightaway defense. Outfield. Infield. Bentley Talent on the grass at third. The 1-1 pitch. Inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 6th inning. University with single run in the first, single run in the third. 1 was earned, 1 was unearned. Pitch. That ball hit past Talent at third, down the line. And Coach Miller is going to wave Kyle Moore to the plate. And he's safe. And Alvarez moves up to third base on the double on the throw, and then moves up to third on the throw. So University takes a 3-0 lead on the double down the line by Alvarez. Derek Casillas to the plate. University with a single run here in the 6th. So 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the 6th. Let's hold them to that right there. 1 out here in the inning. Alvarez 90 feet away at third. Metlin pitch to the plate. That ball's in the dirt. Ball 1. Casillas 0 for 1 on the day, officially. Sac fly, and then he's flied out, and he's also walked. Pitch. That ball crushed down the right field line, foul. Alvarez will go back to third. Count evens at 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Alvarez at third for the University Bulldogs. University with a 3-0 lead over the Brush Beat Diggers. Then Metlin, the pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Here we are in the middle of April. Ben's well over 100, 105 on his pitches. Pitch a curveball, strike at the knees, count evens at 2. So you want your pitchers to be extended by this point of the season, as they are more than halfway through the season. They've got the 9 games left after today. The 2-2 pitch, upstairs, full count to Derek Casillas. Payoff pitch will be on its way. Swing and miss, strikeout by Ben Metlin. 2 outs in the inning. Strikeout swinging, Metlin strikeout number 3.
Batting number 22, Joel Ramirez.
Joel Ramirez to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. A fly out, a sacrifice fly, and a ground out. From the right side, number 22 for the Bulldogs. Alvarez at third base. University with a 3-0 lead over the Brush Beat Diggers. Pitch from Metlin. Low and away. Ramirez ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Ramirez likes to waggle that bat, and that ball hit up the middle for University's 4th run as Alvarez comes in and scores. Ramirez rounds first and back to the bag. So a single RBI.
Now batting, Gage Viken.
Gage Viken will come to the plate. Ben Metlin sitting at 110 on the pitches. That's what I've got. Sure, Tom Odell would love to be able to get Ben through this one hitter, because whatever hitter you start with, you finish. The pitch. That ball's hit towards Betrez at second, over to first, 4-3 on the putout. So for University, they score 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1 runner. So after 5.5 innings of play, University 4, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Sunset Field, Brush, Colorado. University with a 4-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The one thing with University this season, in their 14 games, they have 8 shutouts, and that's just unusual that you end up having 8 shutouts. You got strong pitching. That's not just one guy, but several. They just take care of what they need to. They don't make the errors, and they're not giving up base on balls. But they're in every game that way.
Number 7.
So 14 games, 8 shutouts. This is game number 15. Pitch swung at and missed by Dakota Proctor. Proctor, and then the top of the order for the Beat Diggers, and that ball swung at and missed by Proctor as he is over the top of that pitch. Evan Davey Anderson pulled the string on that one. The 0-2 pitch swung at by Proctor, strike 3. Proctor swung at a pitch up and out of the zone.
Number 6, senior, Landon Mesh.
Strikeout number 4 for Evan Davey Anderson. Landon Mesh 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second base twice. To the plate. Pitch from Evan Davey Anderson, and that ball is foul down the right field line. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the senior Landon Mesh. Evan Davey Anderson, the pitch, and that ball's hit towards left field. Left fielder Brody Duran over to his right and hauls that in for the out. So Mesh 0 for 3 on the day.
Ben Metlin.
2 outs in the inning. Ben Metlin comes to the plate. He got on base last at bat. The unfortunate way of getting on base, hit by pitch. Officially 0 for 1 on the day. Evan Davey Anderson. Pitch number 65, a ball. 45 strikes, 20 balls. Working quickly, the pitch, strike. No, umpire did not call that a strike. 2 balls, no strikes to Ben Metlin. That ball fouled at the plate. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That ball hit towards Alvarez. It takes a Baltimore hop into center field for Brush's first base hit. So Ben Metlin gets a Baltimore hop single out to center field as it second hop was 10 feet over the shortstop's head, Damian Alvarez. Azavel Betrez comes to the plate. Metlin 2-step, 3-step lead. Pitch. A ball's fouled towards Coach Odell at third. Picks it up. Back to Evan Davey Anderson. Pitch. A ball's fouled to the screen. Betrez seeing the pitch well. Just he needs to square it up. Oh, 2 is a count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Runner at first. Pitch is outside. Max Davis throws down to first. Keep Metlin close. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Davey Anderson working quickly the pitch. Strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Evan Davey Anderson. Rush, no runs. There was a hit, and there's 1 runner left on base. No University's errors. And after 6 complete innings of play, University 4, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. For the Brush Beat Diggers, as we go to the top of the 7th inning, pitching change. Landon Mesh comes to the hill. Ben Metlin, after 6 innings, gives up the 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Metlin, what did he have here? 3 strikeouts, 2 base on balls, 3 hit by pitches. So he's his shortstop. Landon Mesh to the hill for the Beat Diggers, 4.20 ERA. Landon Mesh, 15 innings, and in those 15 innings, giving up 4 base on balls, has 13 strikeouts. Important information for you. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, Ben Metlin just ran out of pitches. He got to 110, 111 actually on my count, and that's it. High school rules for Colorado has a pitch count. So Landon Mesh to the hill. Landon Mesh faces number 1, Brody Duran, left fielder. 1 for 2 on the day. Grounded out, hit by pitch, and a single, his last at bat. That pitch, a ball in the dirt. Mesh gets a sign from Eli Klein. 1-0 pitch. That ball's fouled over to the first base dugout. One ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Top of the 7th inning, University with a 4-0 lead over the Brush Beat Diggers. Mesh working deliberate. Pitch, a strike at the knees, inside corner. Mesh ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brody Duran, number 5 in the batting order. for University. 1-2 pitch, curveball, just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch from Mesh to Klein, on its way, just outside, full count. Payoff pitch coming. Three balls, 2 strikes. Landon Mesh pitch, swung at, missed, strike out number 1 for Landon Mesh as Brody Duran swings over the top of that pitch. Max Davis, 1 for 2 on the day, comes to the plate. He doubled his last at bat. Nobody on base. University 4-0. Hit a brush, pitch at the knees, a strike on the outside corner. Left-handed hitting Max Davis. The 0-1 pitch, upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 58-foot curveball. 2 balls and a strike. Boy, I hope that's not my horn going off on my pickup. Because I'm doing things over here, I'm not paying attention to what's going on over there. 2-1 pitch, 1 out. Ball's low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Strike outside corner, belt high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Landon Mesh, Eli Klein working together. The 3-2 payoff pitch, curveball, fouled back to the screen.
Hey, come get him.
Three-two pitch. Base on ball on the inside pitch to Max Davis. So Mesh with a base on ball and a strikeout here in his first inning of work. Jackson Bell to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. He walked, blew out, grounded out. Four-step lead at first. Pitch a ball to Jackson Belt. Coach Miller flashing some signs. To Belt at the plate. To Max Davis at first. Not going. Pitches inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Landon needs to bear down. Bentley Talent on the grass at third. Pitch. Strike. Outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. See if we can get a made-to-order double play to get Brush out of here. Get back on offense. That ball in the dirt. And the stolen base. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Max Davis steals second. The only reason why I say that's a bait or a stolen base is Eli Klein did have a chance to be able to throw him out. The ball was in the dirt, and you had to dig it out and bobble it just for a second, and so it was a delayed steal. Nonetheless, Davis on at second, 3-1 pitch. Ball's foul to the screen. Full count. Brush can still get out of here without giving up a run. That'd be ideal. Brush has not mounted much of anything against Evan Davey Anderson and the University Bulldogs today. Brush has 1 hit on the day. Mesh, the pitch, the payoff pitch, the 3-2. Strike 3. So that's the second strikeout for Mesh. And Jackson Belt, that bat stayed on his shoulder. Evan Davey Anderson comes to the plate. Number 8 on his back. Runner at second, Max Davis. Davey Anderson at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. University with a 4-0 lead. Pitch, curveball, strike 1. That dropped in nicely from Landon Mesh. 10 strikes, 10 balls, 20 pitches thrown. Klein sets up pitch, swung at and missed. Mesh ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. See if Landon can pull a string on one to Evan Davey Anderson to get out of this inning. The 0-2 pitch. Time called at the plate by the umpire. Davey Anderson called the time and umpire granted it. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Pitch upstairs and stolen base at third. Throw down to third. Bentley Talent was high. So Davis 90 feet away. And the Mesh started to go from the stretch, backed off the rubber. He'll go from the full windup. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. See if Landon can get strikeout number 3 right here. Pitch strikeout number 3. Nice. Tags him out. So for University, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left, no brush errors. So after 6.5 innings, University 4, Brush 0. You're listening to Beat Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush down to their final 3 outs as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Brush trails University 4-0. Evan Davey Anderson has pitched a gem of a game today, only giving up the 1 hit. He has 5 strikeouts. at this point. One base on ball and one hit by pitch. Keaton Gillick will step in, see if he can get something going for the Beet Diggers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As Davey Anderson finishes up his warm-up toss, and Max Davis throws down to second base.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th. Senior, number 12, Keaton Gillick.
Landon Mesh was effective in his 1 inning with 3 strikeouts. That ball's fouled to the screen by Gillick. Anderson working quickly. Pitch a strike. Gillick down on the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The offering. That ball is at the plate, and umpire did not call anything. Gillick did not run, but the ball was topped, and I think Gillick thought maybe it came off his foot, but the umpire ruled a fair ball. And so Joel Ramirez comes in, picks it up, throws Gillick out at the plate at first base, 5-3 on the putout. Dylan Krob to the plate. Trenton Garrett on deck circle. Davey Anderson working quickly. Pitch outside. The 1-0. Curveball, inside corner. Curveball. That's a nice pitch. It really is. I've fallen in love with Evan Davey Anderson's curveball today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. University with a 4-0 lead. Bottom of the 7th inning. Brush with 1 out. Swung out and missed by Dylan Krob. Count evens at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch outside. Full count to Dylan Krob. Payout pitch, 3-2. Pitch is outside, ball 4. Ball goes to the screen. Krob runs down to first base with a base on ball from Evan Davey Anderson.
Up the bat for Brush. Number 1.
Trenton Garrett comes to the plate. Brush is still alive. Got a base runner. They're going to have to get a few more base runners against Evan Davey Anderson. He's nowhere near close to 100 pitches. Ball swung out and missed by Garrett. Check swing, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, strike 2. Pitch was at the letters, outside corner. So Garrett down on the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Krob on at first, strike out, and throw down from Max Davis to Kyle Moore, but Dylan Krob gets back to the bag. Strikeout number 6 for Evan Davey Anderson. So Brush down to their final out. Eli Klein to the plate. 85 pitches. Pitch a strike. Check swing by Eli Klein. Brush trails University 4-0 from the stretch. Evan Davey Anderson pitch. Strike 2. Right down Broadway. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. University with a single run in the first, third and 2 in the 6th. And University gets strikeout number 7, and University gets the 4-0 lead win over the Brush Beet Diggers. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. University 4, Brush 0. You're listening to Beet Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Post-game show brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing a big firm product with small firm relationships since 2003. Visit westerneci.com. University takes the 4-0 win over the Brush Beet Diggers. University moves to 13-2. Brush falls to 7-7. University scored a single run in the first inning and a single run in the third inning, and then 2 runs in the 6th inning for their 4 runs. They had 7 hits. They had no errors, and University left 10 runners on base. For Brush, no runs. They had the 1 hit. They had 2 errors in the 3rd inning that allowed that unearned run to score, and Brush left 4 runners on base. For Brush today, Ben Metlin on the hill, 6 innings, gave up the 3 earned runs, gave up 2 base on balls. He had 3 strikeouts, and also had 3 times that he hit the batter, so 3 hit by pitches. Len Mesh came in the 7th inning after Ben Metlin maxed out his pitches, and Mesh gave up a base on ball but had 3 strikeouts in his 1 inning. Evan Davey Anderson for the University Bulldogs, in his 7 innings worked less than 90 pitches. He gave up 2 base on balls, had 7 strikeouts, and had 1 hit batter. Brush just couldn't materialize anything offensively, and Ben Metlin had the lone single hit. There was a couple other times that Brush was on base, 3 times that Brush was on base by the hit by pitch, and the 2 base on balls, but they weren't able to muster anything. Evan Davey Anderson pitched well for University. That's shutout number 9 in the 15 games that University has played this season. That's just amazing. Anyway, University and Eaton were supposed to play on Friday, and they moved that game to Monday at noon, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm sure that'll make some parents unhappy with a noon start, but both schools don't have school on Monday, and Monday at noon looks like a good time for those 2 teams to play their league matchup. Eaton has already beaten University 5-2 earlier, but that was in the Eaton tournament, and so that one's not a league game, but the league game is coming up here this next Monday. For Brush, they play Liberty Common on Monday. That game will be on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network, and that game will be 4:30 on Monday. So we'll have that game on the radio, and we'll cover that for you right here on this station. For Fort Morgan, they have their game moved up from Friday because of weather at Platte Valley, and that game is going to be played Thursday, tomorrow, and that game will start at 3:30, and that game will be on B106. And Brush loses today, moving them to 1-3 in league. So the sound engineer and producer of Brush Beet Digger Baseball is Rose Condis. I'm Kevin Fergus with the final score: University 4, Brush 0. You've been listening to Brush Beet Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.